All right. Thank you for joining me. My name is Brian Banks. I am the founder of Your Career Day. Can you give us your name?
Yeah, I'm Aaron Manuel,
All right. And
founder,
where's your home? What was that?
founder of Marty Moto,
Okay. And where is your hometown?
Flint, Michigan.
Flint, Michigan. All right. What is your career title?
Uh, Owner, creative director of Marty Moto, a brand
Okay.
lifestyle.
And what does that entail?
Um, it, it entails whatever I wanted to.
Okay.
So it's pretty much just creating, designing, finding manufacturers to produce it, and selling it.
Okay. All right. So let's back up for a second. What is Marty Moto?
Marty Moto is a luxury accessories brand.
Okay. Okay, great. Now, what type of education is required to do what you do?
Um, yeah, I was kind of thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't know if a certain education is required. It's just more
Right.
of a passion for what you want to do. Like, just go
Okay.
along, try to learn as much as you can, and that's your education.
Okay. So, what is the best type of person suited to be the owner of a luxury brand?
Uh, I feel like it's person that's best suited, someone who wants to do it. If you have a
Okay.
passion to do something, and you're going towards a certain direction, then that's the direction you need to go in and continue along that path. And and that's how things will kind of unfold for you.
Okay.
You have to be something first in order to pursue it.
Right. Right. That's good advice. Okay. So, what was your road to your current position? How did you get here?
I started working with modeling agencies after college. And so I was around fashion shows a lot. And I just kind of learned along the way. I've always had an interest in it, but like I
Mhm.
never thought I could be a designer. It was
Okay.
me designing something for myself that started the entire brand. So working at these agencies, and I'm like, oh, I want to, I have my own taste, and I'm like, oh, I'm in New York, I'll just get it made. I couldn't find it anywhere.
Hmm.
And I did, and people started asking me about it, and I'm like, okay. All right. So that's how it all started up.
So was that easy? You just started with an idea and somebody asked to buy that idea and then it progressed from there?
I mean, I feel like with any business, a lot of times it's getting over yourself. It's not really anything in your way. It's more like you in your way. So
Yeah.
like, it started off that easy, but I was literally turning people away. Like, what? Yo, I'm not a designer. Like leave me alone. Like I was like literally running away from people. Um, and after a while, it just took me to be like, I designed this for me, but other people like it too.
Right.
So why not pursue it? Why not see what's going to happen? So that's kind of how it all started.
Oh, wow. So this wasn't something you done in college. This wasn't something you were thinking about in high school. This is something that came along almost serendipitously.
Yeah. Like I mean, I thought about it before. Like I always wanted to do something like, I had an interest in fashion, design, art, whatever. So
Mhm.
it's not like the interest wasn't there. But I thought like, let me do something more acceptable to family or, ideas. So I was going to pursue advertising,
Okay.
which still was a part of that, industry, but it was more like the prudent type of direction that, would be acceptable. And
Yeah.
I was, like literally ended up in fashion. And I think it was just kind of like going towards your passion and things just kind of open and unfold the way that they always were supposed to be.
Yeah. That's cool. So what advice would you give to somebody that might want to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I would say don't follow in my footsteps
Why not?
because everybody's path is different.
Great.
And so I
Yeah.
think when you're following in other people's footsteps, you're losing sight of what's important to you and the path that you have. When you're following their footsteps, like your life is not theirs. You don't have the same background. You don't have so it's like you have a path specifically for you.
Yeah.
You have to follow your own path and create it. And that's how you, no matter what you do, you'll be successful.
That is great advice. I think that's so true.
Yeah,
Everybody's paths are different. Everybody's path is not linear. There
right.
might be some crooked roads that you have to go down, some ups and downs, but everybody's path is different.
I always learned that like everything that you experience in life are tools to help you get to where you're supposed to go. It's not something that's going to prevent you from getting there. It's something you're supposed to learn to get to the next level. So if
Yeah.
you're not taking everything like where you're from, if you're not taking that and using it as like, what can I learn from this? What,
Mhm.
how can I grow from this? Who do I need to become to overcome this? Then you're going to constantly be stuck in the same spot. Like once you start using those things, you'll learn like they're stepping stones. They're
Right.
not anything to inhibit you. Like they're things to like for you to step on to get over. So once I started kind of figuring that out
Hmm.
and figuring out what I wanted, like um I knew I didn't want to like work in the environment that I was working. I knew I didn't want to work
Hmm.
as hard as everyone was working. I knew I
Yeah.
didn't want to create a brand where it's like working 20 hours a day, there's a factory,
Yeah.
stressed, I'm missing important family events. Like I didn't
Mhm.
want that. So I was like, how can I create what I want to work for me and for me to still live the life that I want? And that was my path.
Yeah. Wow. Well, Aaron, I appreciate you sharing your ideas with us, your dreams, and how you got to be the owner of Marty Moto. We wish you all the success moving forward, and we will be checking things out on martymoto.com.
All right, thanks. I appreciate it.